Yo, what's up, friends? It's me, coming at you live from the struggle bus. Destination, my brain, population, 0. Ever feel like school is just one giant conspiracy to steal your soul one textbook page at a time? Because same. I swear I've read this chapter on the mitochondria like 50 times, and it's still not sticking. By the way, still don't know what that is. My brain's basically a sieve. Information goes in, and then poof, it's gone, vanished, yeeted into the abyss. And don't even get me started on cramming. It's like trying to fit all your clothes into a carry-on, except that is not allowed. But also, your brain is not a clown car that can magically expand. But plot twist. What if I told you there's a way to actually remember stuff without losing your mind and your social life? No cap, these study hacks I'm about to drop are legit game changers. They might feel a little weird at first, like wearing socks with sandals, but trust me, they're worth it. Think of it as leveling up your brain, but without the cheat codes. Because we're all about that academic integrity, right? First up, active recall. This is basically like quizzing yourself, but without the pressure. Instead of just staring blankly at your notes, you gotta actually test yourself. I know, it sounds about as fun as watching paint dry. But for real, it's the secret sauce to remembering stuff. Use flashcards, write a question on one side and the answer on the other. Another way is blurting, which is basically writing down everything you can remember about a topic without looking at your notes. After taking notes, create questions based on them and try to answer them without looking, or teach a friend. Next up, we've got spaced repetition. This one's a lifesaver for those of us who tend to leave everything to the last minute. Guilty. Instead of cramming, spaced repetition is all about reviewing stuff at, spaced out intervals. It's like reminding your brain, hey, remember this? It's important. You can use the Lightner system with flashcards and boxes to schedule your reviews. Put the cards you know well in a box that you review less often, and the cards you struggle with in a box that you review more often. Want to make spaced repetition a breeze? Try apps like Quizlet or Anki. They have it built in so you can easily review your notes at increasing intervals. And here's a tip. Mix up your subjects to keep your brain on its toes. Now, let's talk about interleaving. Basically, mixing things up. Instead of grinding through one subject for hours, major snooze fest, switch it up. For example, don't just do addition problems in math. Mix in subtraction, multiplication, division. You get the idea. The same goes for other subjects. This is also a great time to use elaboration. As you switch between, say, math and history, become a knowledge detective. Ask yourself how and why questions. Don't just memorize dates, dig deeper and connect them to your own life. How did a particular historical event impact the world you live in today? Explain those historical concepts in your own words, not just the textbook. And here's where things get even cooler. Combine interleaving and elaboration with dual coding, my personal fave. As you elaborate and ask those why questions, draw diagrams. For history, create timelines. For literature, sketch out scenes or even act them out. For science, definitely draw those process diagrams. Combining words and pictures is like giving your brain a double dose of awesome. Speaking of learning styles, if you're more auditory, record yourself explaining those elaborated concepts and listen back. Kinesthetic learner? Act out those scenes. Build models of those science processes. Get your body involved. Now, even with all these awesome techniques, we all have those moments where things just vanish from our brains. That's where mnemonics come in. These are memory tricks, often involving the use of acronyms. Remember PEMDAS in math? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's an acronym. Or get visual. To remember the rainbow colors, Roy G. Biv, picture a majestic king named Roy G. Biv on a rainbow throne. But let's be real, even the best study hacks are useless if you can't focus. It's harder than resisting that last slice of pizza, I know. So first, create a study sanctuary, a dedicated space free from distractions. Next, fuel that focus. I'm talking about time management. Create a study schedule and stick to it. Also, snack on brain-boosting foods like fruits, nuts, and dark chocolate. Get moving with some exercise, and definitely get enough sleep. Think of sleep as a reset button for your brain, solidifying all that new knowledge, and that includes integrating those visuals we talked about. When you take notes, don't just write walls of text. Combine words and visuals, diagrams, icons, symbols, mind maps, flowcharts, and use color. It's like visual note-taking, but supercharged by all these other techniques. Yo, don't sleep on your teachers. They're like the ultimate study resource. Ask them questions. And for the love of all that is holy, pay attention in class. And when you get something wrong, don't sweat it. Mistakes are like mini lessons in disguise. Learn from your mistakes. Figure out why you got it wrong, and you'll be less likely to make the same mistake again. And if you're confused about something, don't be afraid to ask your teacher for help after class or during lunch. Feeling nervous before a test? Totally normal. Try some deep breathing exercises or visualize yourself succeeding. Remember, you've prepped for this. So there you have it, study hacks that actually work. No more pulling all-nighters fueled by caffeine and regret. Try these techniques and get ready to slay those exams. Studying can be tough, but remember why you're doing it. Think about your goals and how awesome it'll feel to achieve them. You're smart, you're capable, and you've totally got this. All right, my study warriors, go forth and conquer those books. Okay, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more epic study tips. And let me know in the comments which study hacks you're going to try first. Peace out!